live right now, and now I have a message. Oh, it was the same message as the last time I went on live. Hello, in case anybody is replaying right now. Thanks for tuning in. So, today we're going to talk about, or I'm excited to talk about Paddington coming to the West End. And I think that is so appropriate. Now, before I get into that, I am waiting to see. To me, this is all new as far as what am I going to use live for. So if you didn't tune in yesterday, I was spiraling, and to be honest, I'm still spiraling as far as the whole demonetization. So just a heads up, I will be putting up a video discussing that. But more importantly, when that video goes up, the big thing that I actually do need help, and it's to have a discussion about what am I doing with this channel. And if you've been following me for a while, then I would love to know your thoughts. So anyways, let me start babbling about the fact that Paddington is going to be at the West End. And I think that is so exciting because this makes sense. Hello! What up, what up, what up? Oh my gosh. So, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I am still bummed out. I'm trying to. It feels like let's see. Yes, that's right. The babbling ensues. So, like I said, I'm still feeling kind of like bummed out, and I'm trying to get through it. And then when I saw the news about Paddington, I was like, I kind of feel a little better because that's exciting. Let's see. I bet the UK is popping off, especially, okay, like the main thing I want to talk about here, of course, is about Paddington, but I think that is a brilliant idea to bring that story onto stage. And there's not a lot of family musicals that they can go to. So I feel like this would be a great family affair. Now, I believe, and you can correct me, is that Paddington Bear was originally a book and it became a movie and stuff. I like the one, I think it's the second one with Hugh Grant. I like that one. Uh, but anyways, I watched the movie because my husband and I were hanging out with some kids, and then it was bedtime and they had to go to bed. Oh my gosh, Paddington Renaissance. Okay, agreed. Very much deserve. Also, oh my gosh, wait a minute. Am I accidentally looking like all I need is a red hat? I don't think I have a red hat. I do have oh my gosh. You know what? Wait, oh, you know what I should have asked? Can you guys still hear me if I've deserted you? Can you still hear me? I'm on the microphone, which means I can go anywhere. Oh, this closet is a mess. Oh my gosh, this is so silly. Okay, hold on, guys. By the way, if you were messaging me, I can't read. No, that didn't come out right. I can read, but I can't read because I'm not at the screen. Ah, okay. That's great. I'm so glad that you could. Guys, I'm done. Oh my gosh. Am I or Disney? It's Paddington bounding. Am I Paddington bounding? Okay, no. Okay, this is what I need to learn is the fact that you guys, oh yay, okay, now I can look at the comments because I was like, they just disappear, and I'm like, oh no, I didn't respond. Okay, no, it disappears again. This is not, excuse you. How dare you? We're talking about Paddington Bear. Do you mind? Okay. What? No way. Interesting. Okay, so when I saw the movie, I was in Amsterdam, and the kids wanted to watch it, so they were watching the one with Hugh Grant, and they went to bed, and my husband and I kept watching it, and we were like, that's the second one? And we liked it so much, we were like, we want to see the first one with, I think Nicole Kidman was in that one. So I really loved the movies. Side note, you know what I didn't like? Was, and I was excited about it, was when they did Wonka with Timothy Chalamet, it was still the same like creators of Paddington, and I was like, I am so excited. Also, oh my gosh, the colors in that movie is just so pretty. I don't know what it is. I wish I knew how to do the color grade to make my episodes look like that. So, okay. I'm so happy that you guys are having I on if you've been following me, you know that my dream is to move to the UK. Yeah, it's just, oh my gosh, you know my critiques. Well, maybe you don't. My critiques about Wonka was, especially with the music, it was too literal. Like the best way I can explain it was like the the GPS of musicals, where whatever they were singing about was exactly what they were doing. So even in the beginning, Wonka is singing about going into the town, and it's like, I'm going into the town, the water's on my shoes, and so it's like but when the part with what was it, come with me, right? Whoa, did I just pull an Idina Menzel and not hit the right notes? Be like, that was flat. By the way, thank you for those that watched that episode. I know I need to go and respond to your comment on it, right? Because I think I saw it flash by where it was like they didn't really rehearse. And spoiler, I don't know as far as that. I'm like, you've been doing the song over and over and over, so the fact you didn't, I don't know. I just, I don't buy it. I guess that's what it is. So, okay. Okay, am I looking This is so random that I'm like, "Oh my gosh, do I look like Paddington?" Let's see. Hmm. Ooh, an era of darkness. Oh wait, you know what I realized? And because I don't do live so often, except I went on yesterday and now I'm here. So I should probably read this out loud, right? Yes, a bit. Okay. Also with I this is supposed to be about Paddington, you guys, but yeah, Wonka, didn't they say that they're going to make a second one? And I will say those who are not, in the world of musical theater and stuff, I have heard different families say that they enjoyed Wonka and stuff. And I was in my head, I was like, have higher standards, please. But yeah, when Timothy Chalamet sang "Come with Me" and how that scene happened, screw it. If you haven't seen it, I'm ready to spoil the fact that, I'll say this, that there was a reuniting, and then you're seeing the world that you remember as far as the factory being built with his imagination. That made me teary eyed. I thought that was so well done because, again, the song wasn't too literal to what you were already seeing. And I thought that was beautifully done. Also, the song is so good. Why settle for Wonka when you have Wicked? Oh my gosh, step it up. Okay, oh my gosh. I just realized there is a lot to talk about. Another thing is, how is he going to do Joseph in the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat? Let's see, on these Wonka movies when there are still many shows that could be adapted and make money. Um, right, listen, I believe man, there's a lot going on. At some point, I do want to do an episode on Kiss of a Spider Woman with Jennifer Lopez. I don't know much about that musical, but I think the main thing on this channel that is very true to me is the fact that I love movie musicals. Let's see, a Wonka book, and They Never Touch Crazy. What? He's in Joseph? Wait, he's in. Okay, hold on. So Joseph in the Amazing Tech. La 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 la. It was red and yellow and green and brown. Okay, so Jonathan M. Chu, the director for Wicked, um, is the director for Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat, the movie. And so I don't know, they definitely haven't started. I don't think it's cast. It's just, it's in talks as far as it happening. Now, the fact that Wicked has had a huge buzz and like all this stuff, I really do think that they are going to push it. But I'm here to say, I do not think Joseph should be a movie musical because it's just okay. This was going to be my episode, but screw it. We could just talk about it. Is he also doing Britney Spears biopic? He is booked and busy. Okay, have I been listening on rock? Maybe I really okay. So I'm kind of making fun of myself, but I say like I am a performing arts commentator. I made up that title, but in a way, I'm like that is exactly what I am kind of doing. Is just bringing up performing arts stuff, and then we pretty much talk about it. So yes, um, there is Joseph, and I truly do not think that's going to work. I don't because the music is different genres. Let's see, Joseph's show though is mainly kids singing in the choir and the narrator. How will that work? Exact. By the way, have you ever seen the pro shot with Donny Osmond? Okay, I don't care what anyone says. Donny Osmond is fine. He is so okay. There's the scene Potiphar's wife, and I was like, I was in high school when I watched this because I was auditioning for the show, and I grew up Catholic. So when the scene was going on and he was like shirtless, I was like, am I allowed to? Am I allowed to watch this? This man is fine. And of course, like my mom was like, he's around my age, and I'm like, and what? He is good looking in this and so talented. He performs in Vegas, and sometimes I'm like, oh, I wish I could go see him. The pro shot in the UK, and we had to watch it in school. Oh my gosh, the Potiphar wife in school. I can't. Wait, okay. Oh no, I wish there was a way I could just keep the messages there, or maybe I have to hold it. Okay. I'd like you to take a crack at the Prince of Egypt because, oh my gosh, that oh my gosh, that would be such a good idea. Because, oh my gosh, and yes. You know what? A lot of people don't talk about that cartoon. And maybe because that's exactly it. Because they're like, oh, it's a cartoon, whatever. And it's like, okay, this kind of slaps. And then the music and the flow of the storyline. And also, like, it's pretty dark because of course the slavery and the death and like losing the firstborn as the spirit goes by and the remember the sound it would make, it would go like I would like to audition as the death spirit, thank you very much. But yeah, that makes more sense because Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat, that's the show's hello by the way, hello, disclaimer, beginning of the film, this is a turn off for some people. That you know what, I can understand that, but also there is a huge, you know, Catholic Christian community, and I think you would be surprised. Like I think of, for example, the Passion. Like I remember when that came out. I think I was in high school. Wow, everything was just happening in high school for me, wasn't it? And I mean, people were like, groups were coming together, and people were like, we need to go to the theater to show, like, this is the kind of cinema that we want to see, and things like that. Even, okay, to the agree. You know what? So, my husband is not into musicals. He is not into cartoons. So, by the way, if you guys don't know this, I started this channel because I kept talking about this kind of stuff, and he was like, I love you. You should start a channel so you can find your people. And to be fair, he's in science and things like that. And there are things he'll talk about, and I'm like, uh huh. It was red and yellow and green and brown and scarlet and ochre. I don't. Ochre? Ogre? Okra? Or is that a vegetable? Ay, ay, ay. But yeah, so I don't know. Like, I think Joseph, I don't think can be a movie musical. I think if it's a pro shot, fine. And I think it is kind of talked about, but who knows if it's in production. But of course, Sunset Boulevard, I think that would be a great idea to do Sunset Boulevard. And I want Patty LuPone in it. That's not gonna happen. That's definitely not gonna happen. Oh gosh. Okay. Okay, my husband tells me to do a YouTube channel as he doesn't care about musicals. I don't have the confidence though. Let me tell you, after, as you know, do you know? My channel's now demonetized. There will be an episode going up. I would have been working on the cover and stuff, but then I was like, let's go live. My husband is with my daughter, and I want to talk about Paddington Bear. So I will say, when I got that email and I was spiraling yesterday about this channel being demonetized, and then it was almost like I was having like a midlife crisis, even though am I midlife in a way? I don't know. And I was just like, what am I doing? And I say this in the episode, it's like the way I'm feeling is I have the passion for this, but I'm feeling like I'm losing the joy. Okay, there were like three pro shots, TV movies of Joseph. There was the Osmond one, which oh, okay. Can you hear me now? Is there still no sound? Test, test. That's not cool. Oh, wait. So, wait, did you. So, wait, you heard me go, that's not cool. Wow. Sorry, my sister called. And yeah. Thank you so much. Okay, let's see. Oh no. This is literally just gonna be me being like, hi. Okay, so it says hide all chat. If I click that, let's say welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy. Okay, thank you. Wait, now is it? No. Okay. How come I won't stay up? We'll learn. We'll learn. Okay. Okay, so just saying my heart out, not caring who sees them. I love that. Working, great. Care, you're fine. No, I'm not. Okay, so I'm so sorry to whatever previous comment that there's three pro shots. The one I had was Donny Osmond, and the narrator was phenomenal. What a man. When I did the musical, the girl that was the narrator, I just remember I remember thinking to myself like, I can't do that. And then, if you know the show, they were like, hey, Carolyn, you're pretty funny. Do you want to be the weeping wife? In the father, we got something to tell you. And so, I was like, whoa, or whatever it was. Man, that was years ago. But yeah, so work. Can I be the narrator? Absolutely not, but I could be that weeping wife. Let's see, Donny Osmond, how's it going? That's not cool. Okay, but oh, yes. Thank you for keeping me on track. So, okay, so apparently there is a difference. And by the way, there will be an episode going up tonight discussing all of this. So you might be hearing it twice, but please do check out that episode when it goes up, because pretty much I am asking for guidance. So, and I do want the comments to be under that video so I can reflect on it and move forward. So, we'll see what ends up happening. There is a difference between, I got flagged for reusing content. And the thing that I think happened was I reused my content. So I'm hoping that this is just a simple mistake, and then I could, go on and things are fine. But based on watching other videos, it sounds like, I don't know, I'm scared. Oh my gosh. As I burp, excuse me. Wait, dang it. I don't like the fact that the messages disappear, and also, in case you haven't noticed, I don't read very well. Let's see. Oh, will you post? I'm baffled. Your channel is it bigger? See, and I'm not gonna. You're gonna see the episode, and you're gonna be like, "Oh my gosh!" I kid you not. At some point, I'm like, "Can I speak? Can I speak Frank?" And I'm like, "I'm so insecure." And I'm, but you know what? I think that's also due to the creative spirit, right? Because if I was, let's see, I heard you get 3 strikes and demonetized, you're out. So okay, this is why I script videos, and now I'm wondering if I need to stop scripting videos because, like I said, I have the passion, but now I feel like I lost the joy as far as the videos I was like kind of doing. So there is a difference. The reason why they have this thing called reusing content is, let's say somebody was watching my videos and they were like, oh, I'm just going to take her videos and then change the language. And so the AI or whatever would probably flag them and say, hey, this is not your content and it doesn't make sense. Like, why is it you're able to take someone else's content and then you make money? So I'm wondering if that's what happened, because if you were following me, you saw that I did the Andrew Lloyd Webber episode, and that section was originally from a different episode called Why Bad Cinderella Closed. And so I'm wondering if that's the reason. But yeah, so I talk about that, and I think that's, I don't know, it made me, listen, I'm not gonna lie, I cried not when it happened, I cried today. And I didn't cry about the fact that I'm like, oh my gosh, like I'm demonetized. I mean, that's, yes, has to do it, but the bigger picture was, I'm like, oh, I just feel like a loser. Like I feel like a complete loser that I've been doing this for what, 2 years, and I'm not even at 2,000 subscribers. And like my big goal this year was to be a stay-at-home working mom, and now I'm just a mom. And listen, you're gonna hear all of this discussion in that episode. Oh my gosh, now I'm getting sad. Let's see, I did dispute. Okay, let's see, you're a small channel in comparison. Right, so I did dispute. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm telling you, when you watch the episode of me explaining it, it will, I believe I answer all the questions. Let's see, you can't plagiarize yourself. I know. Let's see. Oh my gosh. So, oh my gosh. Hello? Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. But yes, I promise I will be answering like what happened to the channel. And they said that I'll know within 14 days. So this to me means that I should try different things in the meantime, because it's like, why not? Let's say you take you down, they have to take any channel that does, yeah, because reviews or reaction content. Something I thought about was, well, if someone has a podcast and they have an hour show and then they're making highlights of different things within that show, like wouldn't they get flagged for that as well? So I'm hoping that this is just a like, oh man, we're so sorry. Um, like I just hope that this is just like a small mistake and that's it. Yeah, it definitely is an AI thing, you know? Let's see, I'll be back up and running in those 14 days. I think it's a glitch. I'm hoping it's a glitch. Also, okay, I kid you not, guys. Like, if you've been, let's see, no, we're fine. We're not gonna cry. But there is something, I was just talking to my friend where I was like, man, why is it every time I feel good, I'm like, I'm consistent, I'm like, let's go, something happens. And the last thing that, when I started feeling good, I was like, let's go, the LA fires happened. But yeah, so, okay, at most, they should just ask you to take that video off, which I know they sometimes do. Yeah, and I wouldn't mind that if that was the case, but of course my heart's broken because, and again, I didn't have a plan to keep reusing content. There was only 2 videos. I was like, oh, I'm going to, so for example, my Grease 2 video, I have it. I'm going to schedule it and put it up, but I edit it so it can be monetized. So I'm like, wait a minute, why is that like why is that an issue? Because I took it, I edit to fix it up. So Who knows? We shall see. We'll go from there. You guys, we're supposed to be talking about Paddington. Okay, so this is what I would like for Paddington. Let's see. That you're gonna enjoy that episode again if you haven't already seen it. And yeah, I can agree that Grease 2 is underrated. I didn't even realize it existed. So I'm glad I did watch it. Okay, guys, Paddington. Okay, so there's only one thing that I truly want with the Paddington musical, and it's I want puppets. I want puppets so badly. Now, if you're, by the way, I know for sure one person's in the UK on this chat. Are you okay? Okay, the stage Grease in London, but it never, what? I can't read. Oh my gosh, I really should quit. I need to quit. Oh, okay. They staged Grease 2 in London, but it never went anywhere. Okay, so I really do think that there should be puppets, just like you guys had Totoro. And I'm like, when I saw that, I was like, are you kidding me? Like the last time I felt this excitement for a musical was Wicked, where I don't know what it was. I mean, okay, when Totoro is sleeping, I could watch that for hours with no storyline, just watching the character May climb on Totoro's stomach and like all that over and over. I could be in the theater for like days watching that. I thought it was so cool. So I really do think that the next big thing on Broadway is to have more puppetry. And oh my gosh, I'm gonna be so off topic, but it's on topic, I promise. So have you guys seen like things of Universal and that, okay, this is the only thing where I'm like, yo, Universal is crushing it and they're doing better than Disney. And it's the fact they have the puppetry that they use in the different characters. Okay, oh no, oh no, okay. Okay, let's see. I love the Wicked like poster for Paddington. I need to see it, so definitely send it to me. By the way, I do hang out on Instagram now. I'm trying to do better with that, and I have been. Um, let's see. They can't do it any other way. I hope man dressed in a Paddington suit. Ah, right. So, okay, I really do want to see more puppetry and Universal. If you see their costumes, and what they're doing as far as like they'll have someone come out in Potter World where they're holding like a sea creature to be like kind of like a Hagrid, like kind of like, oh, this creature is this, and some are like dressed as Transformers. If you see the dinosaurs that they have in Jurassic, like I was like, who's doing all of these? Because it freaks me out, okay? Like I remember seeing the dinosaur live and I was like, I don't like this. Like this is well done. Okay, they are killing Disney, but of course all the Disney Imagineers left Disney. We just figured out Blue's Clues. Oh my gosh. So, okay, wait. Would I be doxing my I don't think I'd be doxing myself. No. I'd be doxing them. No. So I could say that, right? Well, I guess we'll test. I'm a small channel, so we'll see how big I am if I say this. My brother and sister work at Disneyland, and they're performers. I'll say that much. Good luck finding them. You probably could. You probably could find them. So they work there, and they're different things. I'm not gonna say that. I'll say that they're performers. Let's see. I used to work at Disney Paris. Oh no, I'm really sorry. Oh no. As far as my siblings, they love their job, and I love that for them. So I'm excited for them as far as their adventure. Um, but okay, so how do I say this? So the movies, the newer Disney movies that they have, okay, what's it called? Like Silenzio Bruno, that movie. I hated that movie. I was like, I don't like it. So those characters, like the exciting thing about those characters are when they're underwater, right? And then they have that aerial effect that they're on land and they look human. Huish. Oh wait, no. Wish was the what's her name? Ariana DeBose. Oh my gosh. That stop it. Y'all gonna make me mad. That could have been so much better. That could have been way better than what they did with it. The story apparently the original storyline was that the star was like a boy rather than like that cute star. That star is super cute though. So originally it was supposed to be like the star or the like when you make a wish, it was actually a person. And so I was like, that would have been a storyline I would have been more interested in. Okay, and remember the ending with the 99-year-old? And he's about to turn 100 because they're trying to have another nod to Disney that was turning 100. Let's see, I liked the last Encanto was good. Let's see. No, Encanto is good. The music is good. The storyline is great. And also the message was really, I don't know. I think it, in a way, okay, wait, what did I learn from that movie? I think that movie taught me about generational trauma. Wow. Go Disney. Okay, so yeah, with Paddington, I want there to be puppetry and the way. Oh wait, sorry, Disney. So the thing is that with the Silencio Bruno, right, where if they're in water, they're more like fish-like and whatnot. But then when they're out of water, they're human. Now, as far as the costumes for that, they actually have people in the human form of those kids and walk around, but they can't talk. But then they will have like so if you see Red Panda. By the way, I loved Red Panda. No, wait, is that what it's called? There's a red panda in it, but what was it called? I really like this movie, and now I don't remember what it is. Oh no, where it has May and like the girls in it, and they like that four town. Big is it Big Red? Is it Big Red? Why am I not? Whatever. Is it just, it can't just be red. That's it? Just red? Wow. Fake fan. Fake fan. So they actually have those characters as real people and they're dancing. So I'm like, there's not real consistency with the costumes. Turning red. There we go. Winner, winner. I was like, red, red. I was like, okay, turning red. That's what it was. Well done. Oh my gosh. So we just figured out Blue's Clues because we're really smart. Yeah. So I guess Paddington's the only kind of puppet there, right? But I feel like they can do so much more. Or, there's times where Paddington refers to his aunt, right? And so they could go and do that. And you know what it is? There's something about the story Paddington and what they did in the movie. There's something so wholesome about it. And like that's the goal I think they should have is that whatever the story is and whatever music they have, like I just want to melt. That's what I want to do. I just want my heart to feel warm and fuzzy. Okay, there are other bears. It's all three movies, books, references for a show. Okay, great. So there could be more like bear characters, more puppetry, and yeah, yeah, I think this is. And again, the thing that makes me excited about this is the fact that it's a really fun family affair. Because I was thinking about this, like so my grandma is 98, go grandma, go grandma. Um, if I went to go see a musical with my grandma right now, what musical can I go and see with her? And like it can't be like Chicago's not her jam. Little Shop, no. Death Becomes Her. I think she'd just be a little confused. Let's see. Do a prequel thing in Paddington, but I also hope it's not. Uh, Sorry. Let's see. Oh my gosh. I really don't have. Also hope that it's not too cute and a bit Pixar like. I just hope it's like Mary Poppins esque. Now, I will say, I haven't seen Mary Poppins done like professionally. I've seen it like kids do it, and I just remember being like, whatever. So maybe I don't have a fair take about what Mary Poppins is like on stage. And yeah, like You know what? Maybe that's a fair statement too, because, you know, for you guys, it's a home away from home, right? Where it's like, this is going to be London. And so Mary Poppins was that. So it's like, does this make you feel at home? But it doesn't feel like too far fetched. Like when I went and saw Pretty Woman, and to me, I was like, haha, I'm out in London watching a show about California. And so I was like, that's right, Sunset Boulevard. Let's go Hollywood. And I just, man, I was in, Pretty Woman just wasn't it for me. A lot of movie musicals are just not it. They're just not it for me. And that's okay, except when I feel used. Legally Blonde, that one was a great movie musical. So yeah, I love that my requirements for Paddington is it's that that there be puppets and that they make me feel all warm and fuzzy on the inside. So whenever I think of how to make a successful transition, you have to think about what is it about the story and the characters that a lot of people love and care about, and then you need to have that same care when you are creating the story. So, for example, like that's why I felt Pretty Woman lacked, because the characters, like you like them, but it was actually the spontaneity. I don't even know if I pronounced that right in the movie, because the movie they had no idea what the heck they were shooting because it was very collaborative. And then Gary Marshall was like, try this, do this, add this line. So, oh wait, do this seriously, do this one jokingly. So the actors were like, we have no idea if this movie's going to be good or not. And thanks to, of course, Gary's ideas and also his editor, the fact that editors like, let's go ahead and piece this all together. Like, so it feels like it was very unique and handcrafted in a way to create this film. And so it's like, you can't, you know, catch lightning in a bottle. And for them to be like, okay, let's now make this into a musical and try to make those iconic moments happen, you know, 7 nights. Like, okay. Okay, Mary Poppins, the film, which I I do like the film. Okay, it has the same vibe as the show when done professionally, and that's how Paddington should be. It feels like actual London. Can't explain it. Like My Fair Lady feels like London. Yes, man. One day, darlings, I'm gonna move to London, and I can't. I could. Can I tell you a quick story about when I? Okay, I don't know why that I ever thought this. I thought I would never travel or be out of the country, and I was always jealous of other people that were like, yeah, I went to, you know, here, and I was like, I've never even been to Mexico. And I was like, I'm just in LA and I can't afford to do whatever, or I have no opportunity to do whatever. And then all of a sudden I just manifested. All of a sudden I was like, I'm traveling here, and even this year I'm still traveling a lot. So when I met my husband, right, we were dating, and he was like, you should come with me, you know, because he's from there. So he's like, you should come with me. And I'm like, one short day. Where I was like, oh my gosh, okay. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so in love. Let's see, England. I agree. In fact, I have a restaurant recommendation that I think is phenomenal. If you're out in London, there is a hole in a wall of a restaurant. If you like Malaysian food, it is called Roti King. It is delicious. I remember I went there, I was like, this is the best food I've ever had. The pandemic happened, and I was like, was the food that good, or did I just imagine it all? So when it reopened, I like went back and I was like, nah, still slaps. So every time, if I am able to, I go there and eat and stuff. Oh, Roti King recommended. Delish. And if you see that there's a line, fear not. Like, that line goes pretty quickly. Okay, so what was I even talking about? Like, I love. London so much. Oh yeah, so the first time I went. Now, if you don't know this, I love Peter Pan. Peter Pan is my favorite Disney movie. I think it's because I love the idea that there's a world of everything. Like you can have pirates. Like I mean, you could fight with pirates. You could swim with the mermaids. You could fly with the fairies. You could chill with the Lost Boys. You can like dance with the Indians. Like it just felt like this world is it just I don't know, as a kid I was like this is so I was more of a Neverland kind of kid versus like a Wonderland kind of kid. And so okay, so now I am an adult, right? I think at the time I was around 28 years old, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm like going to the UK for the first time. And I mean, my husband at the time, my boyfriend, right, was a phenomenal tour guide. And the one thing I said I wanted to do out there was to go to, I think it's called the Grapes, and it is Sir Ian McKellen's bar. And if you go there, it actually has Gandalf's staff and a little statue of Gandalf. And he was like, is there anything else you would like to see? Like, and I was like, no, I want to go see Gandalf, and stuff. And I think it's in Greenwich because that's where he lives, and stuff. Thank you. The outfit was not even done on It was done on purpose. Okay, sorry. The outfit, the blue I had on, and then I went, wait a minute. Do I have a red hat? And that's how it happened. Okay, whatever. Calm down, Carolyn. Back to the London story. So we get there, and I'm like, I don't know what it was. Like everything, I was probably romanticizing everything. The food was just amazing. I love the people. It was so easy to talk to people too. And of course, like when I don't think I saw a West End show that year. It was a different year, but whatever. I'm getting ahead of myself. It's just everything, all, even the pavement, because if you're in LA, a lot of the sidewalks are like cooked, like I'm just used to like sidewalks being messed up because the tree roots push it, and then here I was being like cobblestone roads. Like, what is this? At one point, my husband was making fun of me because I started touching walls. And he was like, what are you doing? And I was like, I just can't believe this isn't a set. And he didn't understand that until I took him to Universal Studios, and he saw, where it looks like a town but it's actually flat. And so it was blowing my mind that these were like real buildings and not like foam and like play like wood or plywood and stuff. All right, I'm sorry. I'm making the story way too long. So he then tells me, because he's a wonderful tour guide, he then tells me, hey, we're going to go on a tour on the ferry. We're going on the Thames, right? And I was like, we're on our way to go see Gandalf at the bar. And I was like, oh my gosh, so exciting. And so we have to take a bike ride in order to get on the ferry. See, when I got to the States, I had the opposite almost effect where I cannot believe, oh no, first off, what part of the States? Um, how sparse everything is. Yes, listen, now that I'm on the East Coast, I was shocked that we drove for 4 hours and we drove through 4 states. Because when I lived in California, it's like we could drive for 8 hours and we're still in California. And that was another thing in the UK where I was like, oh my gosh, I'm in different countries in the same day. Like, that's crazy. So I don't know. Like, again, that's just my LA quirks. Another thing is when people are like, oh my gosh, that's a long way. That's going to take a half an hour. And I'm like, a half an hour? What a breeze. like LA traffic. I am a patient woman. Okay. So we had to take a bike ride to like get on this ferry, and so I'm on the bike, and I'm like, okay. And now, if you remember, Big Ben. Oh yes, Big Ben. That's my child, guys. The point is, I saw Big Ben and I started crying like a child, just like my baby. I gotta go. Oh, it looks like Daddy's not doing a good job taking care of her. Bye, guys. I'm going to put up that video about why I got demonetized. Thanks for hanging out with me. I can't wait for Paddington and for me to move to London one day. Haha. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, yes. I love that you've been, wow, you've been to the fun states, I would say. Okay. Bye, guys. Take care, darling. Thanks for hanging out with me. You guys made my day because I was definitely feeling down and now I feel a bit better. So thank you so much.